Alright, so I'm going to give this a try here. This is my new project I've been working on for the past several weeks, I guess you could say. But a lot of you probably recognize this. This is Windchaser. So I thought I'd do a video, give you guys a short tour. All the terrain, most of the buildings, not all of them are converted. The ones that are, you see like this shed, the doors do work. Bin sites are functional. There was an old horse barn here. I decided to replace that with one from the, I believe it's called the OGF pack, but that is a working horse barn now. But a lot of these places, since the new placeable system has improved, I left some of these spots just open so people can do what they want. So I did put a fuel trigger there. Oops. Doors do work here. Everyone should be pretty familiar with this farm. There were some hog sheds here that I took out so people can put their own placeables there. People have their own preferences, of course. But sell point for sugar beets. Another sell point. All the sell points on here are functional, as you can see on the PDA. This farm I also made some changes to, again just so we could have some working animals. I put in some new Quonsets with working doors. This is again from that same pack. This is a hog enclosure. The sheds that I couldn't get the doors working on I just left open. I figure most of you won't mind this. But fuel barrel, because I do like some of these sheds, but didn't want to get rid of them. I did get rid of one shed here, but again, people can place as desired. Again, we've got a Quonset working bin site. All the water planes are in, look pretty good to me. So there's two farms, this is one of them. I wasn't quite sure what to do with some of these. This is actually going to be an actual bin site. I just got the wrong file name on that. But bunker silo, big open area for sheds. There used to be a dairy barn here on the original Windchaser. I did put another hog confinement there. And then there's also this cow confinement over here. So again, this is one of those farms people can do it with what they will, what they want. There's plenty of open area. And then the sheds either have working doors or they're just open. So if I go over here, this farm, again, this was mostly a dairy barn. And obviously from 15 to 17 to 19 the functions didn't work, so I just took that out. That placeable is going to be gone. I'm basically just going to level this area. People can use it as a farm. They can use it as extra machinery storage. They could plow a lot of it out and farm it really if they wanted to. These bags are not functioning. Got the store here. We'll get to that in a bit. So we do have our animal dealer that is working. Buy your animals. There is a couple sell points for like canola and then for sunflowers, I believe is what I put in there. You can see it all in the PDA. I did also open one of these doors up for Budweiser and put a sell point in there. That's for just for barley. Got the other farm here. That's kind of under construction, but I think a lot of people liked this layout, so I left it. This pad, again, 19, you can kind of do with what you want with these farms. Bin site is working. I don't know if it was meant to be a dairy or a feed lot, I don't remember, but I did put some open station cows here to make it look a little bit more like a feed lot. Again, there's lots of open space so people can do with what they want. Silos there for silage. The BGA, I did put some 19 silos in here, as well as, rather than messing with these for the sell point, I just put a standard sell point. That's easier for me, the way I like to play, and took a little bit less work. There is this stuff back here. I didn't mess with this too much. It's here, it exists, but not a lot you can do with it. But another thing you can see, all these fields are in place and working. It also means we have jobs. So I just started this save game, so there's only one right now, but you will have all the jobs. But another thing I'm a little proud of with this map is we have multi-fruit now too. So I'll show you on the map here. See down in our menu, I added alfalfa and Milo. Those were two popular ones and ones I like to use. There's also, I didn't really care for Clover or Sudan Grass. They kind of came with the bundle that I used to install these fruits and to get this number working. But I also got wet corn and rice. So the intent here, alfalfa is going to behave a lot like grass, but the yield is going to be better. And actually, maybe I can just jump into the mower and show you. So we'll get some fully grown alfalfa here. It's ready to harvest. I did have it. Oh, I should probably do purchase this. So as you can see, it's laying down dry grass. So guys that like to bale, don't want to do any tedding, this is going to work great for you. You can still chop it, you can still do lots of, everything else with it, except for use it as the grass fill type for like sheep or something. But not a lot of purple in it, but just enough to make it look like alfalfa, I think. Another one I added. This would be our Clover. This one actually lays down wet grass, so if you were to lay it out wide, you would have to put it through a tedder before you could send it through the baler. And then the other one is our Sudan Grass. So you can do a couple different things with this. To be honest, I don't know what guys do in real life with this besides direct chop it, but I did make it mowable, so it lays down a wet grass windrow. And then you can pick it back up with a chopper that way, or if you want to grab your forage harvester and your corn header, you can jump right in and do it that way too. So I guess I don't have the animation working on that header yet. That I will have that done by the time I let this go. See, it just fills with chaff. I should switch this back just to prove. also got the grass texture to come up underneath, so when the field is planted, it doesn't have dirt underneath. It's got the kind of mown grass. But see, I can bail right behind this. So if you like playing realistically, you could just lay it out wide and then rake it. You don't have to worry about using the tedder, which a lot of guys in the Midwest might be shifting to, but aren't using quite yet. And then it makes you your standard in-game hay bales. So as for the other ones, I do have this, I call it wet corn, or forage corn, or whatever you want to call it, but when it gets ready to harvest, it's going to be green. Still have an ear on it, but it's going to be green. So that higher moisture. So you can jump in here with a forage harvester, or if you prefer, you can actually combine this, and it will give you a separate fill type called wet corn, and that's yields a little bit higher because of the moisture and things like that. But I don't have the corn header on, so I can't show you that. But I promise you can combine this and harvest it like a wet corn field. And then we have our Milo. The game knows it as sorghum. This, I believe I set it up so you can chop it as well, but I'm a combine guy, so everything works. Animations, a couple little things to change, like that fill type. Those look like apples in the green tank. I'm going to fix that texture. Yep, and so you can chop this. My wagon's full, but it is taking this as so you can chop your sorghum as well. So I think the last one here is the rice. So let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit taller than I want. Again, not perfect, but actually that texture needs a lot of work. But functionally, if I didn't have Milo in my grain tank, I could harvest this just fine. And it actually spits out green straw out the back when you do that, so maybe it's even worth grabbing a trailer quick and showing you. I do like these shaders KMN came out with. This was today he released them, but big difference for me. I've been messing with them quite a bit. Not quite found the settings that I like to this point, but I like how this stuff looks. So multi-terrain angle installed too. I'm not going to show you guys that, but just clear. So yeah, ignore how tall this rice is right now, but you see it is getting harvested. That header texture will be fixed too. But then typically rice is pretty green when you harvest it, so there's the green straw coming out the back. So hope you guys like this. I think I'll stop the video here, but this is where I'm at with one of the more famous maps from 15 and kind of a half version in 17, and now I'm going to try to bring it back into 19 full-fledged. So this is where we're at. Thanks for watching.